Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we are talking about Puss in Boots, a movie that came out in 2011 starring Antonio Banderas. And in Puss in Boots, it deals with the cat Puss in Boots, who goes on a journey to get these magic beans and help pay off an old debt by getting the eggs from the golden goose. Okay, so getting into it first and foremost, Antonio Banderas is great as Puss in Boots. Ever since I saw Shrek 2 way back in the day, we were renting the VHS from Blockbuster, I think it was. Ever since Puss in Boots showed up, this guy has been my favorite, easily my favorite DreamWorks character other than maybe Toothless and Hiccup. And Antonio Banderas, he completely nails it as Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots is like this no-nonsense cat who you just do not want to mess with. And unlike some people in the real world where you hear the news sit there and go, oh, he wasn't a bad person, he just had bad luck. In the case of Puss in Boots, you feel bad for him, because they explain why he's an outlaw in this film. And unlike a lot of people in the real world, Puss in Boots truly did just simply have bad luck, and he's not a bad person. Yeah, he's not perfect or anything like that, but he's not a bad person. And the narrative of the film, just like with Shrek, which this is a spin-off prequel mix of, the narrative is basically a parody of old fairy tales. With this film, you have Jack and the Beanstalk mixed in with Jack and Jill a little bit, who are among the lead villains in the film. There's also another character from a famous fairy tale that they throw on here, Humpty Dumpty. And what they do with this character, it's a little bit cliche, but honestly, I've seen cliches done a lot worse. However, I will point out that the movie does have a few kind of cheesy moments. It has nothing to do with the animation. The animation's beautiful. It's just the execution from a directing standpoint in the few scenes, yeah, it's a little bit cheesy. And I do think that some of the pacing could have been a little bit faster, because some scenes go about a little bit too slow for my liking. And I do think that if they had sped things up a little bit, it would have made the whole situation better. So guys, in the end, Puss in Boots, it's a really good movie. I hesitate to call it great. It's really good. I'm looking forward to the sequel. Hopefully, typical Hollywood stuff doesn't happen here. Fingers crossed that Puss in Boots doesn't get woke. And ultimately, if you're looking for a fun time with your kids, Puss in Boots is a good family film. I'm gonna give Puss in Boots an 8. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Bodetsky will return.